Tonight is a night to celebrate, but it's also a night to recommit to the work ahead. And to know that, you know, change doesn't roll in, as Dr. King said, on the wheels of inevitability. And in fact, in the places where we haven't been successful, it's been because of two things. People either thought we couldn't win, or they thought victory was assured. And both of those perspectives leave people on the sidelines. We can't afford bystanders any longer. We need everybody in this fight. We need everybody in this room to find the people who thought it didn't matter, who thought their voice didn't matter. From the very first day that Equality Florida was born, when we said we will never let there be a session in Tallahassee where we are not there, we will never let anybody ask for money or our vote without knowing the issues we're going to hold them accountable for. Since we made that commitment, not one piece of anti-LGBT legislation has passed in Tallahassee. But defense is no longer enough, and we have the momentum. We have the momentum. We've got to reach beyond, and I'll tell you, here's the big path forward for us right now. It is bringing in the bystanders. It is making the companies that market to us and reach out to us, it's making them actually stand with us. And they are. It is getting our straight allies to understand that this is their fight. And there's many of us in this room who have never asked the straight people in our lives to take a stand. That's got to change. We need them. We need them. The local work that is happening, it is going to take off. And it is absolutely a privilege tonight to be able to welcome to the stage somebody who was a pioneer. Since 1986, when she was appointed by the then governor to the Human Rights Committee at the state level, from the time she served in Hollywood to being elected by a landslide to the Broward County Commission, our honoree tonight has been somebody who we could count on every time we needed somebody to stand up. When it was back in 1993, the passage of a human rights ordinance that included the gay community, Sue Gunzburger was there. In 2008, when we needed to go back and fully protect our community and add gender identity, Sue Gunzburger led the charge. When we needed to protect our families and get domestic partnership protections in place, every time Sue Gunzburger stood up. And when we needed a standard bearer, when we needed a place in Florida that would set the bar that other counties would aspire to, and we wanted Broward County to pass an equal benefits ordinance, once again, our honoree tonight stood up, led the charge, and got that passed. Please join me in celebrating 15 years of success and celebrating our honoree tonight, Sue Gunzburger.
An elected official a microphone. And of course they're going to say something. And I started thinking while Nadine was talking, you know, it isn't hard to do the right thing. The worst thing of all, usually, is to ask bigoted people to vote on human rights. And what a joy I had on Tuesday when we saw 3 states pass marriage equality. When we saw the state of Wisconsin to elect Tammy Baldwin. Joy I have in my heart. And when people ask me about gay rights, I said it's very simple. it's civil rights. If we ever had to vote on whether or not the people who are black or whatever nomenclature they choose should have civil rights when they finally achieved them after the Civil War, it never would have passed. That is never something that should ever be under a vote, but it is just what should be done.
Yes.
What I am hoping next, when my son and daughter, my son who had to go to Canada to get married, to his partner of over 25 years, and my daughter, who only had a religious ceremony in our home and could not be married in this state, I am hoping that our president, who got rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, will also get rid of DOMA. We all choose whom we love, but the state and the federal government has no right to tell us whom we should love.
Right.
It's tough, and the worst thing I read in today's paper, and I'm sorry if there are those of you who are of this religion, was what the Pope has said that the Catholic Church should be doing. And that is speaking loudly and against rights for those who want to marry the person they love. This is absolutely, in my opinion, unconscionable, and it has no business. The church decides they don't want to marry them in the church. This is a civil right, not a religious right. Honestly, had nothing to do with my children, because I have 3 children. One straight, one gay, one lesbian, so I have it all. I did it because it has to do with human rights.
Yes.
And this is what we must continue the fight until we see everyone has equality. Let's carry on until we see our country doing the right thing.
For 20 years, you have stepped forward every time the LGBT community has needed a champion to fight discrimination and protect our families. Through your leadership, again and again, Broward County passed groundbreaking policies that raise the standard for equality in our state. On behalf of Equality Florida, thank you for being our voice for